Hello everyone, my name is Salva and welcome to my mini lecture on academic and Pyrrhonian skepticism. We will begin with the form of skepticism known as academic skepticism. What is academic skepticism? Where does the idea come from? And what does it say about the nature of knowledge? Well, academic skepticism originated from the scholars of Plato's Academy. Sidebar: this was one of the most esteemed and historically well-known schools of thought in the world. Founded by Plato in 387 BC, the Academia was one of the leading skeptical schools in its time until about 83 BC, when Philo of Larissa died. Academic skepticism is a philosophy that believes that all epistemic matters cannot be known. Well, almost all epistemic matters. You see, the only thing that academic skeptics claim to know is that they know nothing. Now you may be wondering, how did you get into that really cool chair? Or, more importantly, you might be wondering, that's weird. Academic skeptics claim to know nothing, and they claim to be total skeptics. But they also claim that they know nothing, which is kind of a contradiction, right? Or am I just confused? And honestly, I would have to answer yes to both of those questions. You see, it's not that simple, but academic skeptics are actually extensive radical skeptics. This means that they believe that we should reject specific epistemic claims, hence the radical part of skepticism. And they believe this about all, well, almost all, except for one thing, and that is that they know nothing. Still kind of weird. But hence the extensive and not total skepticism. They believe that they can reject all claims except for the one in which they claim to know nothing. Hey, I guess that was kind of simple. Kinda. So, just to recap on academic skepticism, in order to be an academic skeptic, you must not make any epistemic claims and reject them if they are suggested. It is not enough just to know it and think it for yourself and to believe it for yourself. As an academic skeptic, your job is to undermine other positive dogmatic positions. If you do not convince them of being academic skeptics, then you at least can reject their claims and ruin their arguments. Just to clarify, you are able to say, I believe that the world seems this way because of the way I perceive it. You are allowed justified beliefs. However, you can never claim to know anything. You can never say, I believe this because I know this. They believe that you can never know. Okay, so moving on, let's talk about Pyrrhonism and Pyrrhonian skepticism. Pyrrhonism was founded by Pyrrho sometime in the 300s BC. However, it was survived by the writings of Sextus Empiricus in 200 to 300 Common Era. Pyrrhonists believe that we should suspend our judgment on all non-evident epistemic matters. Instead of claiming that you can or cannot know anything, Pyrrhonists concede that they do not even know that. With Pyrrhonism, it goes further. Not only should you suspend your judgment on all non-evident epistemic matters, but you should also not waste your time trying to come up with reasoning and explanations for a specific claim. They believe that this lifelong mission of trying to defend your claims with no end is a disease, and they believe that Pyrrhonism is a cure to this disease. It is a goal of Pyrrhonists to convince people to avoid making epistemic claims, and instead leading a peaceful and tranquil life. Having to defend your claims leads to anxiety and stress, and it's everlasting if you continue to make claims and have to defend them. Instead, go to the Pyrrhonist side and reject any claims, and don't pursue them, and then you will truly be peaceful in mind. Pyrrhonists are non-dogmatic, which is a form of skepticism which believes that we cannot make any claims about any epistemic matters, and we must avoid making them instead of rejecting or claiming them. This is a key difference between Pyrrhonism and academic skepticism, as although they're both very skeptical, the academic skeptics are negative dogmatic, whereas the Pyrrhonists are non-dogmatic, and this can lead to some tension between the two different groups and their beliefs on what knowledge they are allowed to have. Pyrrhonists are extensive practical skeptics. They are practical in the sense that they recommend we suspend our judgment on all non-evident matters, and they are extensive in the fact that they suspend judgment on all matters except for non-evident matters.